Up on Mountain News this morning, we've learned 2 people are dead after an explosion at a home in Wolfe County Saturday.
And hundreds of people in Pike County paid their respects yesterday for an 11-year-old girl who died in a Pike County house fire.
Plus, earlier this year, 3 lives were lost in Harlan County due to a house fire. After months in the hospital, the lone survivor of that fire held a celebration of his family's life.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:31 on November 25th. I'm Madison Pergram.
And I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning on this Monday.
On this Monday morning, people are getting up. This is starting Thanksgiving week. Some kids will be off from school, work.
Yeah, you're going to want to start cutting your meals today, getting ready for Thursday.
Yeah. Well, let's go to Brandon. Brandon, it's foggy this morning, so people need to be prepared, to be careful, cautious. Will say low beams. Low beams.
Exactly. I have one question before we leave the split here. Do y'all have your stretchy pants ready?
Always have them ready.
Yeah.
Listen, I caught you off guard with that one, but listen, Thanksgiving is coming and it'll be here before you know it. But this morning, you're right, foggy conditions, so be careful out there. We start with the WYMT studio camera this morning, and you can see the patchy dense fog around as we head out the doors, and we're going to continue to see that trend. Through mid-morning, fog is very dense down in the Cumberland Valley into parts of Southwest Virginia and East Tennessee, so keep that in mind as well as you head through the first part of your day. Temperatures there in the upper 20s, and some areas we're looking at low 30s, and others. The coolest spot in the region now is Monticello at 26, Jonesville right behind at 27, Middlesboro at 28. Everybody else in the 30s, but 36 in Prestonsburg and Moorhead, the warm spots this morning. 57 this afternoon. That fog gives way to mostly sunny skies. But as we look ahead for the holiday forecast, we are going to see rain chances back and forth. When? I'll tell you more about that coming up here in just a little bit. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Well, a little more than a week ago, an 11-year-old girl from Pike County lost her life in a house fire. Her mother hospitalized with injuries. The community came together, hosting fundraiser after fundraiser and other events to support the family. Yesterday was the funeral for that 11-year-old Ayla Eastwood. Her family is asking everyone to remember Ayla for the spunky, intelligent little girl that she was. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher was at the visitation as hundreds filed into the Mullins School.
Hundreds of people paying respects for a little girl gone too soon.
It's honestly mind-blowing on how many friends Ayla has.
11-year-old Ayla Eastwood died in a house fire.
I would have never expected it to happen.
Her brother Keaton Eastwood says that is not something that should define her life.
She had so many friends. She had the brightest smile. She lit up her room.
From cheerleading to her academics.
She's still going to impact people's lives when she's not here.
Her mother, Meredith Eastwood, fought for her own life after the fire.
It's really hard seeing your best friend go through something like that.
But as her health improves, Sunday marked the hardest part.
A mother shouldn't have to bury her child.
Her lifelong friend Melanie Reed says Meredith is the strongest woman she knows.
That's just how she is. She's so selfless. She's always caring about other people.
And she is gratefully overwhelmed with the community support.
There's not enough words, there's not enough that she can do to say thank you and how grateful she is.
As they remember this sweet, fun-loving little girl. In Pike County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
It's a heartbreaking story all around. Now, all of those funeral expenses for Ayla Eastwood were paid for through community donations.
And yesterday, Kentucky State Police confirmed 2 people died after an explosion at a house in Wolfe County. 6 people were in the house at the time of the explosion, and 4 were able to make it out okay, but still suffered injuries. Their condition is unknown at this time. The identities of the 2 found dead at the scene have not been released.
Were found in the bottom part. At this time, we're still investigating. We don't know if they were up at top and then fell through, but they were found in the bottom in the basement of the house.
Investigators say the building was too hot for them to enter Saturday night, and they are still figuring out the cause of the explosion.
Well, 7 months ago in Harlan County, 3 lives were lost in a house fire, but 1 survived. After being in the hospital for months, Chad Howard did not get the chance to attend his wife and children's funerals.
But yesterday, he got the chance to celebrate the life his family lived with a community that has showed constant support.
WYMT's Lauren McCourt sat down with Howard, who says he is thankful to host this event.
For a while, Chad Howard felt like losing hope.
I was really lost and didn't know what to do or what direction to go.
But giving up was never an option.
Alice and Olivia had to go on to do other work. And my work's not finished yet.
Losing 2 kids and his wife 7 months ago in a house fire, Howard never thought he would come back to the place he calls home.
At first, I didn't because of the tragedy that happened. I wanted as far away from him as I could get.
However, after seeing the massive amount of support, he realized there was no place he would rather be.
When I seen the love pour out from Harlan County and the surrounding areas, even other states, but the love of this community, this was the heart of the love.
Now that Chad is back in Harlan County, he wanted to show his town how much their love truly meant to him.
Kind of giving back to the community just a pinch of what they gave to me and my family.
And to show the constant support that he receives does not go unnoticed. In Harlan County, Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
Howard says he is grateful for such a large turnout at yesterday's memorial.
And paying the ultimate sacrifice almost 70 years ago, Marine Ray Palmer Fairchild's body never had the chance to return home. But thanks to the latest technology, scientists were able to identify Fairchild's remains and send them back to his family and friends. Ray's youngest brother, John, says this feels like a great dream come true.
It gives me peace of mind. My parents are here. They're buried on the old home place. My sister, my brother-in-law, and now my brother, and it gives you closure when your family is together.
The funeral took place Saturday at the Magoffin County Funeral Home.
The Knox County Sheriff is asking for help in locating a missing teenager. Take a look at this picture on your screen. Officials say Jordan Boyd told his foster mom he was going to play basketball at Central Elementary School, but never returned. He was last seen wearing a black hoodie with gray specs, black ripped jeans, and black Converse high tops. Anyone with information on Boyd's whereabouts is asked to contact the Knox County Sheriff's Department at 606-546-3181.
And a Georgia man is behind bars in Rowan County after KSP say he drove to Kentucky to have sex with an underage girl. 46-year-old Eric Elmore is accused of sending sexually explicit messages and pictures to a student in Rowan County. When the school found out, they contacted police, and police in turn set up a sting. When Elmore showed up, they cuffed him and charged him with conspiracy to commit rape and other charges related to the pictures.
Laurel County Sheriff's deputies say they responded to a single vehicle crash Saturday morning. Officials say the driver of the car, Jessica Melancon, was arrested for driving under the influence. Melancon is from Georgia. Officials say several open containers were found in her car, and Melancon admitted to using heroin 3 hours before the crash. She is being held at the Laurel County Correctional Center.
Also in Laurel County, officials from the Laurel County Sheriff's Department say deputies arrested 2 men last week for trafficking marijuana. 2 deputies in K9 Gotcha stopped a car about 1 mile west of London on Thursday for speeding and weaving on the roadway. Officials say K9 Gotcha alerted the deputies of the drugs in the car, where they then found 5 one-pound bags of marijuana. Charles Lewis and George Minton, both of Manchester, were arrested and charged with trafficking.
The Pulaski County Sheriff is warning the public about counterfeit bills circulating the county. The bills look like this. The sheriff says the fake bills are being used in all denominations and have what appear to be Chinese symbols on the back corner. On Friday, officials say a man tried to use a fake bill at a business off of South US 27. Officials say the clerk pointed out to the man that it was fake and he ran. If you come in contact with the counterfeit money, you are asked to call and report it to the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office.
And a bus at the Louisville Mail facility uncovered hundreds of fake driver's licenses. Customs and Border Patrol agents made the find during an inspection. The package contained 238 counterfeit driver's licenses and 536 blank card stocks. No suspect information has been released at this time.
All Lawrence County schools are closed through Thanksgiving. School officials said there was a fire in the storm drainage system, excuse me. Schools are closed Monday and Tuesday, and classes will resume December 2nd. The Wolfe County Search and Rescue Team is raffling off something rare. For $25 a chance, the team just announced they sold out 250 chances to win a bottle of Buffalo Trace Distillery bourbon from their 6 millionth barrel. They will be announcing their drawing date soon, as the raffle ended earlier than expected.
Coming up on 641, and fog is again the big story this morning, so use those low beams, give yourself plenty of time to get where you're going, and just be careful because the school buses are still out. A lot of folks in school until Tuesday, or at least tomorrow will be their last day of school, and then we'll see again the fog be prevalent through about mid-morning today, so lots of folks, less than 1 mile of visibility this morning, so just take it easy out there. 28 in Middlesboro, 31 Harlan, 31 Hazard, 34 Pikeville, 30 in London, 34 also Somerset, 30 in Irvine, and 34 up toward Moorhead and Logan. So a little extra on your coffee meter this morning for just because of the fact it's Monday, and then max warming needed for the temperatures this morning. Your out the door forecast after the fog goes away. Sunshine for the day, and we'll see temperatures climb into the upper 50s. Guys?
All righty, Brandon, thank you, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning.
Here's a look at what's ahead.
Well, a big show for One Eastern Kentucky in this past weekend as one Johnson County native sang the national anthem at a National Football League game.
And weeks after going viral, a literal copycat has taken to the field of another football game. We'll have more on this football-loving feline just ahead.